Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Catering Circle. This is episode 8 and it's all about restaurant industry and how we can make it better. I'm Nadia Ali, your host for this evening, and I'm really excited to be here. I'm going to give you a quick little overview if you don't know what the Catering Circle is all about. The Catering Circle is all about finding successful restaurateurs where they get together and they share their stories and, of course, to help the industry as much as possible. So as you know, in season 8, we are finding 10 winners. We're going to find 10 winners and invite them to get an award at the business conference and gala dinner in 2025. Each episode, we have 5 to 8 restaurateurs and people from the takeaway industry take part in the competition. From 5 to 8 of them, one winner will be awarded at the gala dinner in 2025. So it's a big competition, but we do always tend to find our hidden diamonds, our hidden gems on this show. And of course, this would not be possible without our judges, who we have on the right-hand side to me. So let me quickly introduce you to our judges who are going to be helping us find that one gem in today's episode. So first of all, I have MD Abdul, who doesn't really need much of an introduction because he is the founder of this amazing show and, of course, the vice chairman of Channel S Television and IT and media specialist. He's also the managing director of Purple Eye. Thank you so much for being with us again and for making this happen. Today's topic is a fine one.
PR branding, PR marketing and branding.
And that is definitely one that you love, because I remember you saying that this is a very important one to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to get that right to get your business sorted, to be honest. So
Absolutely.
There we go.
Absolutely. Yeah. And someone that can tell us all about PR and branding is, of course, my two judges, actually. My two judges that are here today. But let's start with Dr. Sanawar Chowdhury, who's a chartered accountant. He runs several businesses that extend from professional training to property to actually running the largest chartered accountancy firm of Bangladeshi origin. So thank you for being here. And when it comes to branding and marketing, you are the king of that. Am I correct in saying that? I mean, with having so many successful businesses.
It's lovely to be here. It's like being at home.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. And last but not least, I mean, the king's hair, right, of the curry industry right now. So Ali Khan, MVE, the president for Bangladesh Caterers Association, the director of UK BCCI, and the founder and secretary general of BBBF and MDC, and of course we all know him as a celebrity chef. What would you like to say to our participants today? Because I would be really nervous if I knew I had this judging panel today.
Thank you. First of all, thank you for inviting me. I feel really honored and privileged to be here. It's a very fantastic subject here, that's PR marketing and branding. So that's absolutely, I think we're just looking forward to see what the participant has to offer. Let's see.
Absolutely, of course. Well, let's take a look at our topic today.
Episode 8, PR, Marketing and Branding. Crafting compelling PR and marketing strategies to elevate brand identity. Standing out in a crowded market isn't just about great food anymore. It's about telling your story and building a brand that resonates with your customers. The most successful restaurateurs have mastered the art of PR, marketing and branding to connect with their audience. Understanding your audience is key. By analyzing feedback, responding to reviews, and engaging on social media, you can build a strong connection with your customers. A well-crafted marketing plan, paired with a fresh, modern brand identity, helps showcase your values and vision. Optimizing your online presence is essential in the digital age. From mobile-friendly ordering systems to collecting customer data for marketing, direct engagement is easier than ever. Digital marketing through social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok has become the go-to method for creative campaigns, driving engagement and increasing visibility. Cost-effective strategies such as hosting community events or offering loyalty programs can build a loyal customer base while saving on marketing costs. Taking control of your PR and branding helps your restaurant not only stand out, but also grow, connecting with customers on a deeper level. Make your brand unforgettable, build trust, grow loyalty, and leave a lasting impression.
There you have it. It's all about PR, branding and marketing, and that is such an important part of any business. So if you're at home at the moment and you don't have a restaurant, it doesn't matter, because I feel like this is a subject that everyone can definitely relate to, whether you're a social media person, whether you have a clothing business, whatever it is you have. I think you can definitely pick up tips from today's episode. And of course, if you are a restaurateur, then this should be your bread and butter tonight. Okay, I'm going to come to our special judges right now, and I'd love to introduce our special judges. And just to let you know, to our audience at home, that our judges hold 60% of the votes and 40% is with our special judges. So you do hold a lot of power in your hands. So firstly, I'd like to say hello to Shahena Ali, medical food and cookery expert. She's a TV and radio expert, a food expert and a food and beauty writer. We've seen you on BBC. You've done lots of work in the TV world. Thank you for being here today. And actually, as I go along, I want you guys to, in 10 seconds, just give a top tip to our contestants today.
Yeah, it's a real pleasure to be here today. And it's a real pleasure to be here today. And what I wanted to say is really focusing on the new outlets such as TikTok are a really important factor to go forward and progressing marketing.
Thank you very much. And we also have Simon Tompkins here, a Cambridgeshire food writer, and you've been exploring and writing about local cuisine for about 14 years with a focus on Indian and Bangladeshi restaurants. So thank you for being here today. What tip would you like to give to our
I would
contestants?
say an important thing is to use the right platforms. So a lot of people will use platforms like Twitter, which aren't really suited for promoting your restaurant. So focus on the right things like Instagram and Facebook, because Twitter can waste a lot of time, for example. So you want to double down on the platforms that are really going to make a difference.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you so much. I'm going to now move over to Sabbir Karim, who's the Best Asian and Oriental Chef of the Year in 2012 and 2013. And, you know, you've worked for British Airways. You've done lots for the restaurant industry. So thank you for being here today. What advice would you like to give?
Thank you. I think
Really
social
quickly.
media is it's a great platform, but it's oversubscribed if you're not using it correctly. What I think, personally I see, and working for British Airways as well, is important is profiling the customer. You knowing your customer and providing that personalized service. That's very important. And knowing your market, that's very, very critical in any industry.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Next, last but not least, that's what I was going to say, Mujib Islam. I think this is a really important one because you are the man when it comes to PR and marketing, the managing director of MediaLink. And of course, we've all heard about your agency, and it's all about media. It's all about PR and marketing. So actually, let me hear it from you. What would you like to say to our contestants
Thank you very
today?
much for inviting me first of all. With any marketing, what he said earlier, you've got to know who your customers are.
Yeah.
So then you're able to then tailor the marketing accordingly. It's very important to understand your client base. I think a lot of people do marketing just based on what others have done. And a lot of time it could be blind marketing. And it's not as effective. Effective marketing is about knowing who you want to target. So targeted marketing is critical.
Excellent targeted marketing. Thank you so much. And I also have our mentors who have been working super hard with our contestants today and over the past few weeks. I have Helal Malik here, who's the executive member of Catering Circle and, of course, a successful businessman. So please tell me, what would you like to say to who? Firstly, who were you mentors to?
Well, I've got three today. I've got Shahrul from Babuji, and I've got Zakir Chowdhury from Golpo, and I've got Shah Jahan from Diwak. I love the names.
Yeah.
Straight away. I love the names. Great. My advice would be really, my top tip would be how to connect with the customer. So really, it's all about content creation.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And I've also got Syed Shahrul, the winner of Catering Circle Restaurant Talent Show Awards, owner of Indian Witten in Hounslow, and of course you're a successful business person yourself. Now, being a winner, you know what it's like to be on that stage. So what advice would you like to give to all the contestants today?
I'll just say be confident, be yourself, and just showcase what you're doing in terms of your brand and your restaurant, how you promote your restaurant and how you market it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. On that note, I'm really excited to know who our 6 businesses are, restaurateurs, that are taking part in today's Catering Circle. Let's go take a look at their profiles. So without any further ado, let's move on to round one. It's all about success stories in PR, marketing and branding, and this is where we want to hear from our participants. We want to know how they have built their brand, what they have done, what marketing techniques they have used, how have they built their branding, what are they getting out of it, and what tips could they share with the world. So without any further ado, let's get our first participant on stage, please. First up, we have from Delhi 6 in Sunderland City, Shahrul Amin. Thank you so much for coming onto the show today. And as you know, the first part is all about PR, marketing and branding. And here you have 2 minutes. And this is where you're going to be speaking to us about your brand, about your about what strategies you have used in branding and marketing. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
You look very nervous. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Brilliant. You're going to be absolutely great. I have a little timer here, so I'm really sorry. I'm going to have to do that. And when you hear that, please stop speaking.
Thank you.
All right. So your time starts now.
Thank you. Respected guests, respected and esteemed judges, and fellow contestants. Assalamu alaikum and good evening to you all. My name is Shahrul Amin from Delhi 6. Now walk with me through my restaurant. Picture a cozy table. The sound of laughter, the clinking of glasses, the delightful aroma of spices wafting through the air. Here at Delhi 6, we really focus on the customer journey. That's key. We analyze the experiences and feedback of our customers. By analyzing their feedback, we truly understand from them. We learn our most valuable lessons from our customers. By engaging with customer reviews, whether it be glowing reviews or positive reviews or constructive critique, we cultivate bonds where customers believe that their voices matter. It's like a shared family gathering where everybody's voices matter. Now picture a canvas. Splashed across is our values. When we created our marketing plan, we created it with intention by combining the timeless charm and methods of traditional marketing with the electrifying energy of digital strategies. We identified and rebranded a logo built with fresh colors, lively colors that resonated who we are as people. Our brand is a celebration of who we are, and it's a way of attracting customers to join our culinary journey. Now, walk with me through our digital world. Imagine a user-friendly website and mobile app where convenience and ease is at the forefront. Our online ordering system, it's like a personal concierge where we can guide our customers through their favorite dishes. Where each email is a key to a treasure chest for them to get more delicious updates. And it's about creating a community that is always in the loop through our email marketing systems. Now, lastly, picture a newsfeed full of mouth-watering dishes and heartwarming stories. Through the power of social media, we celebrate the magic of Delhi 6.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And good luck to you for the next few rounds. Just to let you know, the next few rounds if you make it actually, just to let everyone know that in this round we will be eliminating one person from out of the 6. But thank you very much. Next up, if I could have from the Wild Thyme in Chelmsford, Azad Chowdhury. And again, Azad, you have 2 minutes to talk about your PR, marketing and branding of the Wild Thyme.
Thank you so much.
Are you ready?
Before I start, I just want to say thank you ever so much for giving
Very
me the
clever.
opportunity
Not
to
going to eat
actually
into your time.
talk about our success.
Thank you so much.
You don't get many time to share this with amazing judges like that, to be honest.
Thank you. Well, your time starts now.
Perfect. Our success came from obviously creating a concept that demand for the area. I want to talk about the area to start with. What we are is a local base area. There is no passing trade. And we have 95% operations are really restaurants and takeaways. So it's very crowded markets. So we needed to study how we're going to overcome and dominate the area. So we come out with a concept that really worked. We are currently number one, recognized by the TripAdvisor, 2024 recommended by the Restaurant Guru, and also UK Eat Out, our exclusive members. How we did it, our EPS is really clear. We studied our clientele markets, the world requires. Our concept is about flavors from around the world. We have created dishes that bring world to your table without you taking off. You don't have to take off on that way. We bring it to you. So all dishes you can really cater for in one roof. We bring it to you. And that's how it is. Our EPS is simple. We have dishes from all different parts of the world where you can enjoy in one roof. And a target market is basically none of the other competitors had that kind of concept surrounding area. Hence why we became number one in a very short period of time, which is 6 months. And we are growing. And we're not going to stop there. This is through our amazing team that have been trained from day one, understanding our PR, our customer journey. Customer journey UPS is quite simple, fun, happy during the service, and most importantly, having a memory. We create memory bank in our place. So whether you come in for your birthday or your special occasion, friends and family occasion, it's a place that you can create memory. And that's how we get our return of sales. And that is the only simple thing we do, and it's worked. In a very crowded market where 95% of the catering outlets been established for a number of years, and we only been started for 6 months. We are now the number one, recognized by the TripAdvisor, which we're very proud of.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Now, next up, I'd like to call upon stage from Golpo in Cambridge, Zakir Ahmed Chowdhury, to also take part in round one. Again, you have 2 minutes, and once I press the bell, please stop talking. Your time starts now.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Zakir Chowdhury, and I'm representing my restaurant's Golpo here today. I'm going to tell you a story. First of all, I need to tell you what Golpo means. Golpo, which means story itself. So this is going to be my story tonight. So the friend of ours, the few friends of ours, the business partners, we decided to create a brand. We wanted to come out of the things what we've been doing for the years. We've been running Indian restaurants for many, many years. So we thought, being a Bangladeshi, we have been running Indian restaurants in this country for many, many years. So why not we bring something authentic? We've been calling authentic Indian restaurants for many, many years, but basically they are not authentic. So what we wanted to create something authentic for the community, for ourselves, something we can be proud of. So what we have done, we went to Bangladesh, to different parts of the Bangladesh, to experience the different dishes, experience the different culinary dishes, the culture. So we went to different parts. We tried different dishes from different parts, and we wanted to bring those into Cambridge to create that brand. To do that, we had to think very carefully about the products, because you cannot do a good marketing, you cannot be a great restaurant unless your product is right. So we had to be very careful about choosing the right product. So we have got from Jal Muri to Pani Puri to all the Maulana Biryani from old Dhaka. So we got into the menu, creating a great ambience, creating a great color theme was a goal for us, so we have done that. Within that period, within a year period, we have become number one on TripAdvisor. We become on number one on Google. So we got 4.9 on Google. We got 5-star on TripAdvisor, over 700 reviews. So we are very much proud of. So finishing off, I have to say that with this success story, we can be proud of with some quotes, by a very great blogger of Cambridge who mentioned rightly, Golpo has been around for a year, but already feels like an institution. Another Google review, if I was a chicken, I would want to die as a butter chicken from Golpo. So this is our story. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love a bit of butter chicken. All right, going to go straight on to our fourth contestant from Mr. India in Kent, Soifuz Zaman.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Hey, you all right?
Ready?
Not going to lie, I'm nervous. I apologise once.
Take a deep breath. You got this. All right, your time starts now.
So, my name's Soifuz Zaman. I'm from Sheerness, Kent. Quick, what's the background of the restaurant? My father opened the restaurant in 1997. It was a 26-year restaurant in Sheerness, Kent. Fast forward, what happened was, unfortunately, in 2006, my father passed away in a car accident. And I just want to be genuine. I just want to be myself. I just want to say how it is. I don't want to sugarcoat. I don't want to. I can't. I've winged it all my life, to be honest, and I'm doing it same here now. Unfortunately, I was 14, 15. My dad passed away. 3 years as a manager around the restaurant. 2009, I was about 18. I took over the restaurant. Didn't know what was going on. I blagged myself through the whole process. I learned as I went along through the rough terms. My family was struggling at one point because we had a business, successful business, but it was declining because I didn't know how to run it, what to do with it, and I was chucked in deep end. Long story cut short, learned with the hardship. Next thing I know, consistency. We eventually bought next door in 2015, extended the restaurant to a 40-seat restaurant. The back garden turned into a shisha lounge. The building itself next door leased out to a dentist practice. So in-house, I made sure we were secure, that we never ever had to worry again. So the success to me is to be my family, to be to be in a safe point, comfortable. Obviously, the local community is what we depend on. It's a small local village. 80% of our customers literally footfall of walking distance. So yeah, and so innovation is there. So we've marketed, redecoration, kept up with the times. Instagram was our main business support. Instagram, Facebook connected. We have a former champion Nathan Heaney, who comes down regular to our restaurant, British champion. Dennis McCann is a former European boxing champion.
You can finish your sentence.
It's just sorry, my drill is kicking so bad. I'm trying to calm it down.
You're doing brilliant, honestly.
I can sit around the restaurant, but I can talk, but I can't do it here.
You're fine.
So yeah, technology, main thing, we're using technology ecosystem, social media, keeping up to date with the modern society and still keeping the traditional authentic dishes, making it a wow factor and obviously taste good.
Thank you
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time. So much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, next up from the restaurant D-Wok in Birmingham, I have Shahjahan Mia and Salman Rashid.
Assalamu alaikum.
Double trouble.
Okay.
Good luck. Your time starts now.
So it's D-Wok from Birmingham, Indo-Chinese Pan-Asian restaurant. How this whole thing started, we started from a dark kitchen and we developed that dark kitchen into a sit-down restaurant. There is no like a overnight success story. Took us a long time, and the main thing is the hard work. Main thing is that our strategies, marketing, social media. You have to learn. You have to be quick in that environment because there are so many things that out there. Things are changing. You have to go on that trend, and you need to catch that trend for the social media. And this is one of my advice to everybody who wants to start that business. And in terms of why we get into that D-Wok into Chinese sort of a concept, Birmingham market is kind of like very crowded, full of burgers, steak houses, curry houses, and all that. We identify there is a market gap for the Chinese market, halal Chinese market, and that's where then we decided that we're going to start that sort of a concept. We wanted to bring that casual dining with the family-oriented ambience, and that's where we created that. But coming back to that, our success stories in the PR, marketing, and branding. We go with a very simple concept. We work with our social media team very on a personalized basis. We discuss the contents. We kind of like work through that, and then we'll make sure is that the content which we are actually putting out there is actually targeting our market. We identify our market is the family, the Asian, mainly Asian family youngsters. So we need to now work. We work with our brand and with our social media just to make sure is that the kind of content we are putting out there, that content is relevant to our market, to our audience, our customer. And there are other ways of looking at it as well. That how we can retain our customers.
I'll let you finish.
When the restaurant is full, there is 200 people sitting in there, customers sitting in there. That is your opportunity to do the marketing with them, and that's your opportunity to make sure that your service is consistent, your food is consistent, and the customer service is consistent.
Thank you. That was a very long sentence, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. Last but not least, if I could have our sixth contestant on from the restaurant Mayan in Birmingham, we have Adonis Maniadakis.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. You have 2 minutes. You ready?
Yeah, of course I am.
Let's go.
So my name is Adonis. I represent the Mayan in Melbox in Birmingham today, which is Mayan is a Mexican modern restaurant, which is we celebrating ancient flavors with temporary techniques. However, there is a story behind of this, which is we created something unique from us from the beginning, which is there is not any Mexican fine dining in Midlands. For sure, there is only in London. And from the beginning, we wanted to attract people that they are in love with food and they know what they're doing. So we're using techniques that's you cannot find anywhere, to be honest, for a Mexican fine dining, and this is what attract everybody, and we do very well, to be honest. Marketing is our staff members. This is this is the people they gonna represent our brand. So for us, we make sure that our staff, they know what they're doing. They know exactly about the restaurant. We do daily briefings, daily training. We don't leave it for 1 week and second week, and that's it. So every day we do something, and they know. And this is what we want to create, because unfortunately, I cannot be with every customer every day, I'm afraid, or every minute. But it's important for them to represent Mayan. I'm stressed a little bit. I never done that before anyway. So for us, is marketing is important, and we created a nice story. So, for example, the restaurant we create the temple, which is a temple is a Mayan thing, which is obviously when you go in, you feel the atmosphere, you feel the vibes, the El Dorado, the golden city, because Mayans are black and gold, and the Ciba tree, which is. That was very quick. All right.
Mm-hmm. You can finish your sentence.
So there is a story behind every corner in the restaurant, and that's make people to ask more, and we engage a lot with these things.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So there you have it. That literally sums up our success in PR, marketing, and branding with all 6 participants today, and I want to thank them all for taking part. To me, you're all winners for coming this far anyway, and of course for sharing your stories, which will in no doubt, of course, really inspire others that are sitting at home or watching this back at a later time. I'm sure it's going to inspire many other people at home today. So thank you very much for sharing your stories. Round 1 is now up, and it is all up to the judges now. So we are going to go on a short break, and once we come back from the break, we'll speak to our judges. All right, let's take a quick break. Welcome back to the Catering Circle. This is episode 8, and I am so excited about today's one because it's all about PR, marketing and branding. And actually, like I said earlier on at the beginning of the show, that this isn't just for the restaurateurs out there, but anyone can actually be a part of today's show and take some sort of tip back with them and help themselves. Now, we've completed round 1. We've had 6 participants take part today, and actually we already have our 5 winners that are going to make it into round 2. We will be saying goodbye to 1 out of the 6. Shall we move straight on to our results? So as I mentioned earlier on, our special judges hold 40% of the voting. So that's 10% each. I know it must have been super hard. I can see your faces. And our panel judges hold 60% of the votes, which is 20% each. All right, so without any further ado, let's take a look at who is going to make it into round 2. And the results are... Right, some are quite close. Okay, Mayan from Birmingham has 52 points. Mr. India in Kent has 66 points. DWOC in Birmingham has 70 points. And very closely, only by 4 points, the Wild Thyme in Chelmsford has 74 points. Delhi 6 in Sunderland has 88 points. And Golpo, again, very close, only by 2 points. Golpo in Cambridge has 90 points. Congratulations to the 5 that have made it through to round 2. We are having, yes, let's give them a huge round of applause, actually. We are having to say goodbye to Mayan, and I'm really, really sorry that we're having to say goodbye to you now, but you've been absolutely brilliant, and thank you so much for your tips. And yeah, can't wait to actually come to your Mexican restaurant. Right, without any further ado, let's go straight to our judges. Judges, how difficult was that? I'll start with Oli Khan.
Thank you. Yeah, it was quite difficult. A very tough contestant, and I'm really pleased with the winner because I have marked him quite high.
Okay.
And then also the second position holder. But one thing I just like to mention, I know people keep saying that like authentic Indian food, they are missing the authentic Indian food here in Indian restaurants. But let me also explain that, because when Zakir Chowdhury was telling about like authentic Indian food, and when he said like I went to Bangladesh and get the the street food and then like Bangladeshi tastes and heritage and everything. But one thing you need to bear in mind that this country here, we are actually serving the British curry, not authentic Indian curry, not authentic Bangladeshi curry. So that's one thing you need to bear in mind. Because I've seen in this program so many people come here and then nobody challenges that, nobody say anything about it. Because the curry that we produce here is actually made with the British people with their taste bud. And that's how all the curry has been.
But do you think times are changing now? Because
No, time is changing.
When I
if you want to eat authentic Indian food, then you have to go to like places like you know those names, big names, Michelin star chefs. They're doing the authentic Indian food. If you want to have the authentic Bangladeshi food, you need to go to the Brick Lane, go to the Whitechapel and have the authentic Bangladeshi food. But when you come to like Indian restaurant here, because we don't call that Indian restaurant, it's very less. But because the traditions, still people saying the Indian restaurants. Yeah. But here, all this restaurant that belongs like British curry we serve, because this curry you can't find it in India, you can't find it back in Bangladesh, because these are the curry actually created for the British taste bud, British people's taste bud. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that. How about yourself, Sanawar Chowdhury? What would you like to say?
I think the passion came through in terms of connecting with customers. So they loved the customers that they had, and obviously existing customers, repeat business, that's where the profit margin comes. So I think all of the contestants expressed their excitement in receiving customers and then staying connected to them. So I think, just to give an example, Delhi 6, they talked about connecting, giving them news feeds about new things, new dishes. This is so important because you need to keep on cultivating that innovation, and people need to see new things happening within your business so that they can come out and try something new. I think this came through from Wild Thyme as well. And Golpo, I mean, in terms of, I've actually been there.
Yeah.
In terms of what was said is exactly what they do. So what it says on the tin. And I think that's so important because when customers come seeing something and then receiving something else, then they're disappointed. So I think that is quite important, that you're true to what you market. So not only marketing the story, not telling the story, but also living the story. So the customer should be able to relate to it when they come. And I think in terms of...
And I think that's the authenticity that everyone wants, right?
Absolutely.
That authenticness that we look for. Yeah. So I know Oli Khan was talking about the food, but actually people love stories. People love that real life experience.
Yeah. Diversify our business, which is very important.
Absolutely. Sorry.
And every time a customer goes out, they're looking for that uplifting experience. So, if you aren't there enjoying and saying, wow, that was a satisfying meal, I enjoyed that. If that thought isn't going through your mind, then you've lost marketing. So you can get the customer through the door, but as long as, if they're not satisfied, but if they are satisfied, you need to hold on to that energy. And that energy is held on by, connecting and sort of carrying that customer along, because that's where the success, that's where the goodwill, that's where the brand comes in.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And Mr. Haque, what would you like to say, or what tips would you like to say for the next round? Because next round is all about digital marketing benefits and not using the traditional marketing methods?
Firstly, it's important to realize that this is not marketing for the whole nation, because your restaurant is probably to a radius of 3 to 5 miles, maybe max 10 miles. It's no point doing it to the whole nation. So your marketing has to be marketed, as many of our special judges and mentioned. So it is important that you got that right. And at the end of the day, if your food isn't right, there's nothing will work. You can try your best, get the customer. You only got one chance, and if your food isn't right, then it's not there. So if your target market wants certain food, like for me, if someone wants to target me on weekend, it has to be shisha and a few other gimmicks on it, something quality, that kind of stuff. So you got to get that right. So we're hoping that they will cover that. But next part, which is round 2, which is the digital marketing, which I expect the participant to cover a lot of the latest gadget, not just the social media, but also AI, because I think the AI, artificial intelligence, will take over in next 5 to 10 years. And I'll be honest with you, it's so cost effective. I've replaced one of my consultants who used to cost me thousands of pounds with just AI to write contract, write SMS, write marketing. And it's just how you use it. Even the voiceover, some of them you will see on the Catering Circle, is all done by AI. You call one of my company, the voiceover is done by AI, totally free. So you got to get into those technology which will save you money. And ultimately, as you can see on Catering Circle, we always promote saving is your profit. If you want to make money, at the end of the day, you're doing business to make money, you got to save money and be smart. And the whole program we designed is to make you guys smart, or at least educate the latest technology. So on the next, AI and zero budget marketing. That's what I'm going to focus on next few.
We'll have to hear.
A few segments. Thank you very much.
We'll have to hear. Well, thank you for those big words and the tips. So hopefully they will definitely implement that in the next round. But I just want to quickly come to you and ask you, Syed, that you had Adonis from Mayan, who we've had to say goodbye to in this round. However, I just want to let our viewers know that actually he does stand a chance to come back at some point later in the series, but we'll talk more about that a bit later on. How does it feel for you? What do you think he missed out on?
Well, I want to say congratulations to him and to all the other contestants. They did quite well. But I think he was missing the element of connecting with his customers. I know his staff do provide other marketeers for their restaurant, but it's about having that connection with your local, and I think that's where he missed out mainly.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Well, thank you so much. And I'd like to say, please take note of everything your mentors are saying. What would you actually like to say, Helal, Malik?
Well, the thing is, I think today we've actually seen a new breed of business owners. I mean, these guys, they've got energy, they've got passion, they're very creative, and most importantly, they've all got a backstory. It's important to actually have a story. One thing that I've just got to refer back to is I liked 2 things. Wild Time, he mentioned about creating memories, and that's the key, because obviously when we all go out to eat, it's about the food, it's about the ambience, but also we want to go back. There has to be a reason, and these guys tonight are proving there has to be a reason to go.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We will speak to our special judges a bit later on, but I know it must be really difficult to make those decisions. You will get a chance at some point to ask questions, but I think we should move on to round 2 now. There we have it. We've already heard from the horse's mouth, who is the founder of the Catering Circle, about what they are looking for. So please, participants, keep everything in mind and listen to what our special judges had to say at the beginning. Take in everything that they said. Take in all the tips. Take in what our judges are saying, and please, please implement that in your pitches when you pitch to us. All right, so round 2, as you know, is all about digital marketing benefits. Now, usually, of course, I've hosted Catering Circle for years now, and we've spoken about the traditional methods over time. But actually, as Haque quite rightly explained that times have changed and AI is taking over. And of course, our special judges were talking about social media, how social media is used for digital marketing. So please keep that in mind. And we want to hear how you're using that in your branding, in your marketing, in you promoting your restaurants. So let's have our first participant up from Delhi 6, Shah Lalon Amin. Now for this round, you unfortunately only have a minute, but I know you can do it. So you have a minute, and obviously when I press the bell, please stop, but I will let you finish your sentence. Your time starts now.
So why digital marketing? What is the secret sauce? Now, digital marketing allows my business to target specific demographics based on their location, behavior, and eating patterns. It saves me time. It saves me energy. Through digital technology, we've managed to reach out to many people from different various backgrounds. We've managed to engage with our customers through TikTok, through Instagram, and we've managed to learn our best lessons from our customers. Now, the Right Honourable Judge mentioned AI as a marketing tool. We use AI to create the content for our social media, whereas before I would spend hours and ends writing and doing spell checks on my social media, and I would take hours instead of now just leaving it to ChatGPT and him doing the rest for me. And so I've seen the traditional side when I was growing up as a 16-year-old, when I first started my business, doing leaflets, door to door, speaking to customers. And now with the power of digital marketing, I've managed to make Delhi 6 into a brand. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Right, next up from the World Time, can I have Azad Chowdhury?
Thanks very much. Congratulations to everyone to make it through the second round. In relation to marketing, in relation to marketing, it's no good having marketing without amazing products. Start with your amazing product, unique products. You've got to have that in order to marketize. Effective marketing gets a return. If you don't have effective marketing, it's no good putting a product out there. You're not going to get a return. That's so important. What we are based is a local based area. So if we do our AI, you got to evolve with the time. Otherwise, you're going to shrink away from the top. In order to remain dominant, you've got to evolve with the time. It's extremely important. However, it needs to be effective when it comes to marketing. What we are based is only a local based area. If I was to go AI, which everyone has, we got the TripAdvisor, we have the Instagram, Facebook page, we have all that. This is how we move with the time. But it's got to be effective marketing. We support all our local football teams, where generation after generation sponsor them with our logo. Generation after generations learn discipline, passion, understand socialism. And we have 4 cricket teams that we sponsor, and we also have 7 a football team we sponsor. Through their friends and family, we get so many revenue back. By having that effective marketing, we got great return. This is how we're dominating right now.
Thank you.
And that's how we're going to continue. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right, next up from Golpo, can I have Zakir Ahmed Chowdhury, please? And again, Zakir Ahmed, you have literally 1 minute to share your story.
Right. 10 years ago, when we started our business in Cambridge, we used the traditional methods. These days, it is not entirely escapable, but it is a secondary option. Digital marketing is a must these days. What we use is Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitters, but mainly what we actually carefully choose, the target the customers. The right wordings is very, very important for us. For example, on a TikTok, we have a different wordings, different type of videos, because we get our staffs involved to create the TikTok videos, which is very, very popular, and it is working very, very nicely. With the 10th card, which we have on the table, so the engaging customers straight away by giving them an incentives, by giving a feedback on our social pages, on the Instagrams or TripAdvisor, Google. So this is one of the way we get connected with the customers. So we also get involved the food bloggers, the right influencers, through all the events what we cover in our journey. So this really helps spreading the words to all over the digital markets.
There we are. That was perfect.
Thank you.
That was like, okay, I've got 60 seconds. I'm going to do it. Brilliant. Well done. Thank you so much. All right. Next up from Mr. India, if I could have Sofa Zaman back on stage, please, to do your thing. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Excellent. Your time starts now.
So, digital marketing, we use email. We have an email system. So, through our website, you can subscribe on our website, and we use MailChimp. We integrate all the Instagram, Facebook. Again, it's free. You can pay for it. There's a payment method of it, and there's a free part of it. As I said, someone mentioned about cost effective. It's literally cost nothing. The emails, it gives incentive. We give offers out. Subscribe 10%. So from the subscription, we have a database from so it's going back to the MailChimp. We use this to see our database. So who's, what age group, male, female, what's the area? Obviously, we're in a small area, so we can manipulate the situation or offers looking at around our competition. So we can see who's doing it off on a Friday, who's doing it off on a Monday. So we're very local to each other. So from there, we use the MailChimp to our best advantage. And as I say, AI is literally giving you the answers. As long as you know what questions and what answer to push to it, it will answer everything for you. And
finish your
Instagram, we encourage Instagram because this is just the trend. With smartphone, everyone's got it. My mom's got it, my auntie's got it, I think my nan's got it, but this is the way of life now. So you can't get away from social media. And yeah, Instagram is with sponsors and professional boxers, as I mentioned earlier.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right, next up is DWOC from Birmingham. Shahjahan Mia and Salman Rashid.
We again?
Ready.
Okay, as one of the social media guru mentioned that people eat through their eyes. And social media, the digital media is the perfect platform which provides us the opportunity to deliver on it. But as our honorable judge mentioned is that it can't be a national sort of a campaign. It needs to be very targeted. We need to know our target market, and we need to then go for that target market using the right strategies and right stuff behind it. And why digital marketing is so important? Because that the result is instant. You get your results straight away, and other thing is that it gives you opportunity to involve with the local community. You bring the bloggers, the local community bloggers who comes in and help you with your marketing and help you with your concept out there to showcase. And then I want to mention that one of our most popular reel, the content which was made was very simple, where the staff member took us behind the restaurant in the kitchen, show us how the food was made. So I would say that the simple things can make a huge difference. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you want to finish your sentence?
What I'm saying is that social media don't take it as too complicated. It is a very simple, needs to be genuine. You need to be yourself, and you need to showcase your food to your potential customers.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Well, that's it. That was our 5 participants in round 2, and they've definitely said their part, and hopefully they've sold their stories to you. Let's start with Shahena. What do you think?
It's really intriguing. I really liked the fact that a lot of people were. I actually really like the fact that a lot of people were repurposing content, and it's really important to create low effort. Social media marketing, as well as trying to use AI. That was really impressive, especially because it's quite new still. And also trying to do automation as well. That was really interesting with Mr. India. He was doing automation. That's fantastic for creating, using your time wisely. I think it's really important to try and humanize the AI content and add your own touch to that and sort of change it up a little bit, even if you're getting the response from ChatGPT, for example. So if you look at Duolingo, the brand, they have really connected with their audience because they use automation, but they've humanized it. And they've also done newsjacking, which is looking at the latest articles in the news and connecting to that and basically making sure that their brand is relevant to current affairs that's going on in the news as well.
brilliant. Thank you so much. That's really good advice. What would you say, Simon?
I thought they were all quite strong, if I'm honest. One thing that I noticed was...
You can only choose, you can only choose 4.
I know, it's been a very tough call, I must say. But one thing I did notice that was missing was a mention of a plan. So there was no mention of a social media plan to improve their reach. I didn't see any mention of their current reach, what their target was, how they were going to expand that reach and then turn that into engagement. Because it's all very well and good reaching all these people on social media, but how are you turning that into someone walking through the door? And of course, the most important thing is retention. Once you get those people through the door, how are you making them a repeat customer? Because as we all know, repeat customers spend 64% more on their food than people that visit just once. So I'd like to see more conversation about their plan, what targets they've got, and more kind of numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. And if I can come to you now, what would you like to say?
I think well done to all 5 of them. They are actually hacking the whole social media platform really, really well. Couple of them I just thought it's like very nice, like creating memories, return on investment. That's important because and targeted audience, how you do it, and quite a few. I'm not going to name any of them, but I think everybody touched on that. That's key to it. And I just like to touch on something. I think Golpo mentioned that, and also the Wild Time, creating memory and like butter chicken. How you walk into a say Moria Sheraton Delhi, and you taste that butter chicken. You come into UK and you have that butter chicken, and it just brings that memory. So it's important when you go to Hong Kong or you walk into a Chinese restaurant and that smell, that flavor that comes into it. So it's very important to have that authenticity for any food businesses to be original.
Thank you so much. And last but not least, what would you like to add?
Thank you. Once again, I would just like to echo what everyone said. All the participants have done extremely well. You made some very good points. However, I would say, look, social media is a great tool, but different methods of marketing works for different target groups. So it's not always the case. Maybe if your target group is the elderly, the family, they may like the traditional way of marketing. It could be a leaflet. It could be word of mouth. There's so many different ways of marketing. So it's not always the case that social media is great for everybody and it works for everybody. So I think you should bear that in mind, that if you are going to have stuff on social media, you're going to have very good content management for a start. You need to know what you're doing. If you sell yourself and your branding is not apparent and it doesn't look right, it can also go against you. So you've got to ensure that whatever you do is well targeted, it's well managed.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone actually, Mujib, Sabbir, Simon and Shahena, for all your tips and advice. Actually, I'm going to let you think between the 4 of you. You can ask one question to our participants. So I'll let you debrief and ask each other what question you want to ask your to all of them. So it's one question they've all got to answer. So I'll let you guys decide. Coming to our panel judges, I know this is really hard, sorry, putting it up on you like that now. You have one question between you 3 that you can ask our participants to answer. And participants, you literally only have 30 seconds to answer it. So it's going to be short, snappy, to the point. I will cut you off. I feel really horrible, but I'm a nice person, I promise. Feed me your food when I come. Okay, so who wants to take the question on this round?
No, you can go.
Okay.
Obviously, a lot of your customers are localized. So in terms of customers that you see day in, day out, they've already tasted your food. So how do you excite them to come next time?
Really good question. Who wants to go first? You have to come into the mic, I'm sorry. Literally 30 seconds if you don't mind. So what we
do, we try to bring a promotion every other month. So we had a taster menu and a summer grill going for the summer season. So every season we try, obviously we've got the normal classic traditional menu there. And then we had a taster menu. We're going back to authentic. We do Bangladeshi authentic food, hand on the bone, on the chicken and meat. So we do an early bird. So now school started back up again. What we've done is now 5 to 7, early bird, 3-course meal, So this is the difference we're trying to push.
Thank you very much. That was Delhi 6 from Sofa Zaman. Yes, please.
We genuinely have a unique concept that provide flavors from around the world. Literally have a dishes from different parts of the world, and we bring it to your table. Having that concept, it just literally dominates what we are. Although we are a very crowded market, 95% of our outlets are catering. Within 6 months, we become number one.
Thank you.
Purely because we've done the research. At the same time, can I just say, though, in a serious level, it's not just about product. Delivering that product is so important. And we do it just perfectly with our team.
Thank you. That was Wild Thyme. Azad, thank you very much. Who wants to go next?
I think it's very important is that engaging the customers, and there are a couple of different sort of like route which we adopt. We offer that loyalty programs, and which actually encourage them to come back and keep coming back in the restaurant. Also that as seasonal dishes, like winter is coming, we are like introducing soups and all those sort of things just to make sure is that customers are getting, every time they come back, they get a new things to taste out, and through there they keep engaging and
excellent.
Try that.
Thank you very much, Salman. That's from DWOC. And if I could kindly ask from Golpo, right? Yeah.
Right, yes. So the retaining customer is one of the most important part. Thank you for the questions. First of all, the product and service has to be right. The customer has to experience something extraordinary for them to come back. This is one of the way, first of all, tick mark. Secondly, we generally get connected with the customers through the email marketing, the social and the text messages, time to time, different occasions, different events, and even the celebration period. During the Christmas, we send out the personalized cards to the customers for them to think that we actually think about them. It's not only the food, it's about the memories which we need to try to create between the customers.
Thank you very much. And last but not least, from Delhi 6.
Great question. So it's the $1 million question. How do we keep our customers coming back? And when I train our staff, I always say the next door is serving good food, is giving good service. How do we get our customers to keep coming back? And my dad said, people buy from people. Once you win the customer's appetite, it's really important to win their hearts as well. Your personality should shine, your hospitality, your sincerity, your passion for your food should shine through. And that's what really keeps customers coming back. It's very easy to say, but I think that's the most important aspect. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Really quickly, what's the question from the special judges?
A very simple one. On the first round, there's a question about branding. And I think you kind of touched on it, but nothing was really very clear. So your brand value, your restaurant identity of your restaurant, what would you say your brand value is of your restaurant?
Thank you. So really short, simple. So it's kind of like a slogan, right? So what is your brand?
What are you known for?
Yeah. All right. So should we start with Delhi 6?
Thank you very much. Great question. I believe Richard Branson once said, his values, when you look at his values, his brand resonates honesty, it resonates sincerity. When I look at Delhi 6, our brand should represent and resonate with community, family traditions, passion, sincerity. And these are the key words that I hope that my brand can be associated with. Thank you.
Thank you. Very to the point. Thank you very much.
Well, I just want to give you a simple example. You see, this is a well-known brand. If I put my finger on that, can you recognize this brand? It's just a phone. We believe in our products. Product is the heart of your brand, heart of your identity. This is how you recognize through service, fun, creativity, amazing products. That's what makes a brand.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Golpo.
Well, I'm so fascinated with my brand that I'm wearing a Golpo coat. As you can see here.
I did notice that, actually.
Right in front of here. And creating the Bangladeshi identity was the main focus, creating the Golpo brand was. So what we wanted to proud of, creating a Bangladeshi identical restaurant which represents the Bangladeshi foods, authentic Bangladeshi foods. That is our brand value.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And Mr. India?
So our branding, obviously straight to the point, Mr. India. That says it all in the name. I think my dad, he done it at the time. Obviously, only he knows. I think it's because obviously we're from Bangladesh, but at the time it was only known as Indian food. Everyone knew. Now we're in the Indian Bangladeshi. But what I'm saying is now I'm the Mr. India.
If I can ask you to just put the mic up slightly. Thank you. Yeah. That's much better.
So my father was Mr. India. I'm Mr. India now. And maybe my son one day will be Mr. India. So because if not, my daughter, Mrs. India or Miss India. So we'll carry on the generation. It's to the point and the branding. And I just want to say the logo itself, I changed it a little bit sort of in 2011, 12. It's been the same logo design, a little bit twerking, just like when McDonald's twerk a little bit after once in a while. You won't see a different major change, but it's a small little changes, but it's still relevant. But if you look at the previous ones and the new ones, you see a little bit change, but it's still it's the Lion King font, and it's a long story.
For how many years now?
We've been here since 1997 when Dad opened the door.
Brilliant.
So,
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank you so much. Okay, Dewok.
Hi. So being in the business just for 1 year, so we're still sort of like quite new in that, the brand side of it. But however, Devok stands for, if you take that DE, stands for Desi Wok. Basically, this is the concept, this is the brand, which when we go back home, Pakistan, India or Bangladesh, that the Indo-Chinese street food, which we have it back home, we want to bring that flavor to Birmingham, to the target market, which we have a huge halal community there. So that brand actually represents that Indo-Chinese food, which when we go back home, we taste that.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Really good questions from our judges. Now the hard work begins, because we're going to go on a short break and you have to start the judging. It all starts, look at their faces, they're not happy with me at all. Don't go anywhere, we're going to come back with round 3. But before round 3, we shall reveal the results. But right now, here's a short break. Welcome back to Catering Circle. This is episode 8, and we are talking about marketing, branding, and PR, which I think everyone's done absolutely amazing in today. We've had 6 participants on the show. 1, we had to say goodbye in round 1, and now we're going to have to say goodbye yet again to another participant, which will leave us with 4 making it on to round 3 to the finals. So without any further ado, thank you to our judges. Our panel judges held 60% of the votes, and our special judges held 40% for round 2. So let's go straight on to the results. Let's take a look at who we are saying goodbye to and those that have made it through to round 3. Well, firstly, let's refresh this. Right, so we are having to say goodbye to Mr. India in Kent with 66 points, Wild Thyme 78 points, and very close, Dewok and Delhi 6 with 82 points, and Golpo actually with 10 points ahead has 92 points. Congratulations to those that have made it through. Let's give you a huge round of applause. And Mr. India, we are having to say goodbye to you, but honestly, Sofa Zaman, you did brilliant. You tried your best. And again, you might have the opportunity to come back at a later stage, which I'll explain towards the end of the show. Okay, let's go to our judges, actually. Before I call upon stage our 4 participants that have made it to round 3. Now, round 3 is quite a hard one, because this is all about cost-effective PR marketing and branding strategies, and they've spoken a lot about what they're doing, how they're doing it, and they're giving examples. The questions from our special judges and from yourselves were brilliant, but have they still not answered that question, that golden buzzer moment that you need?
I think one of the things that I noticed, and perhaps if they sort of address that in the next round, is how they use the free marketing services that exists within their locality. So, there will be community groups, community hubs, local sort of influencers and so on, that would love to come and rate and review and discuss with them and use their sort of know-how and their sort of reach in order to market that restaurant. So I haven't heard anything about using the local know-how and the local community to reach out to people, because that's already there. There's always, in a village, in a locality, there's always a collective group, there's always a WhatsApp, there's always a Facebook, Instagram account that everybody shares different news on, and that could be used quite effectively.
Brilliant, thank you. Oli Khan, would you like to add anything?
Basically, what I wanted to say, I know we do a lot of marketing, like through PR marketing through the social media as well as like other way of. But there's also marketing we can do like giving back to the community. Like there is a lot of charity organization that we need to focus on. Like one of our contestants says that they actually sponsor the football club, which is great. They also need to help the community, so that giving back something back to the community, that will also help the business. Like, you know, the community would know that this business is also supporting the community. So that's another way of marketing service. Thank you.
Well, round three is cost-effective PR marketing and branding. And to be honest, you are running a small business. You don't have a huge amount of money. If we say Coca-Cola, just actual logo, they probably spend millions. So there's so many. You have a very small amount, but you have to do it cost-effective, almost zero if you can do it. Now, Sanawar mentioned influencer. This is the new way of doing it. Some of them got 500,000, millions of viewers. All you have to do, invite them for a free dinner. Make sure you give them nice picture on your food, latest gimmicks that you have, a bit of fire, a bit of that, and they'll love to promote that, and you get that easy way of very cost-effective way of getting marketing. There's so many other ways, like Olibai mentioned charity night. Charity night really works well because if you've got a big company, they can bring a charity and they could influence MP, local, a bigger brand of people and guest with you. And, you can get the local newspaper to cover that. And also the cost is very little because you recover the money from the food itself. So charity night is a very cost-effective way of doing your branding. The most important one, if you got a bit of budget, which I tried in my when I was running a restaurant back in the days in city, is to budget an amount like 10 grand or 5 grand if you can afford that, 2 grand for a big professional PR, 3 grand for on the date for the gimmicks on that. But the way to do it is to make sure the PR company to bring a famous person, could be a glamour model, could be anybody local that can attract people, and whatever magazine, local magazines, whether OK magazines even covering that, 2-3 grand budget, do the marketing. You do a set menu for £30 a night. If you got 100, 200 seater, you recover 6 to 10 grand on the night, and it's only costing you 2 grand. So effectively, cost you nothing. You got OK magazine covers, Sun newspaper, local newspaper. You got your local customer covered, absolutely nothing, and you also made a profit on the night. That's the kind of smart marketing I want to see on the next round 3, to be honest.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. I think you've given them all the answers, to be honest. So it's now implementing that and giving us examples of how you're actually doing that. So thank you very much for that. All right, let's move on to round 3. First up, we have Delhi 6, and here you have a minute. Please keep in mind everything that our judges have said. It's all about cost-effective PR marketing and branding strategies. Are you ready?
Yes.
Brilliant. Your time starts now.
Thank you so much. This mobile has become my best friend since I started in business. It helps me reach out to thousands of people through the power of digital marketing. Email shots go out every month through MailChimp. We reach out and engage with our customers, asking for their feedback. We regularly invite influencers, social media influencers, to come and try and experience our restaurant. They have millions of reaches that target new customers who have never heard of Delhi 6. And through the power of social media influencers, we attract thousands of people throughout the year to come and enjoy a meal at Delhi 6. During COVID, we did 1,000 free meals for the elderly in our local community, which attracted media interest and really helped Delhi 6 become a firm favourite in our community. We also often do charity nights where we encourage customers to support local initiatives in Bangladesh. We've helped build houses in Bangladesh, all through our customers donating, and that in itself is something where we can build the gap between the customer and ourselves. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, we have wild time from Azad Chowdhury.
Hi, thank you so much. As we already know, local community is so vital, especially where my places based. It's all local based. There's no passing trade. So for us, effective marketing is all about local. So our first grand opening was in aid of Mayor charity event, where we actually donated 25% of our charity money for the whole evening revenue. Even then, we actually make a lot of money because we invited all our local businesses, all the BIPs. They actually established our business straight away, and it was recognized. Followed by, we currently sponsor about 4 cricket teams that are local. All are going through the process of understanding discipline, principles, and winning games. Our first team won to be in the first division. And at the same time, we support about 6 football teams. Massive tournament, about 100 teams participate. They're all local based. In return, we get all these guests come to our place because they can visually see, visualize advertisement equals profitability. Effective marketing, you get return. If you used to post something on your TripAdvisor and all that like that, how much they enjoyed it, part of being local, it's value for money than anything else. So effective marketing, return is greater. Thank you.
60 seconds up. Excellent. Thank you so much. Okay, if I could now call upon stage Golpo to share his story. Zakir Ahmed Chowdhury, you have 60 seconds and your time starts now.
Right. Creating the social connectivity is the main focus right now for us, because Cambridge is not the biggest of all, but we had to create a local connection with Cambridge. Since Cambridge University has been world renowned, so now our target was how to target the Cambridge University. So we've been connecting with Cambridge University. We've done a Cambridge University Mayball where 1,500 students were there. We served them on 1,500 students. So we have a chance of getting into all the other institutes. Cambridge Central Mosque is another part of Cambridge where we regularly cater them. We have worked with Macmillan Cancer Research, where we arranged a night where 50% of the takings were gone to the charity, where there was a minimum cost was involved, because we charged people a very little amount of money. So we didn't have to spend too much money on it for the marketings. Lastly, I haven't got much time. So Catering Circle here itself is a way for our brand value, for the to promote my brand. And I have a photographer with me who is actually taking pictures and videos constantly for me, which will be presented on my Instagram page and the TikTok page later on. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, last but not least, from DWOC, if I could have Salman Rashid and Shahjahan Mia come on stage. Are we going to hear from Shahjahan Mia? You're just there to hold his hand.
Already.
That's right. Take it away. I'm only joking.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So the question is about the cost-effective marketing, and when you are running a small business, the cost of that marketing can be quite huge as well. So it needs to be quite effective in terms of the return on that marketing. You need to know how much return you're going to get out of that marketing campaign you're running, or whatever that the path you're going with. Otherwise, there's a very good chance that you're going to run into some other troubles which will cost more than what you expect. However, there are some other ideas you can do which does not cost any money, which Honourable Judge mentioned as well, that bringing that bloggers who has kind of like thousands of followers does not cost you anything, just free food, and here you go, then your food is out there for that 50,000-60,000 followers who can see that. Working with the local charities, we are in conversation working with a couple of local masjids, where we are sort of going to provide food for some homeless people, just to sort of like put our name out there, and using that tool as a free marketing as well as some paid marketing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to ask you both to stay on stage, and I'm actually going to invite back our 4 other participants, Televised, The Wild Time, Golpo, back on stage now. I'm not going to actually ask what you thought about it now. I'm going to let you do all the thinking, but I think it's really important that we get those questions out there. So if there's anything that you feel like they really need to answer, then please go ahead and ask the participants. I'll ask each one of you actually. So I'd like to call it the quick fire round. Let's call it that. We'll call it the quick fire round. 1 question, 1 participant that you really need to know something from. Should we start with you, Simon?
I've got the mic, so
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
So this question's for Mr. Chowdhury from The Wild Time. One of social media's many strengths is its cost. It's pretty much free and it's very powerful as well. But you mentioned about sponsoring local football teams, which obviously requires a lot of upfront investment and a lot of money. Are you finding that an effective way of marketing and building your brand compared to social media?
I mean, we have our
If I could ask you to
we
come
have
to
our
the mic.
social media active as per normal. We have a social media active which is free, but at the same time engaging with local. We have members of people that actually, we sponsor a number of teams. The return that we get from the friends and family, the word of advertisement, enormous, quadruple amount. So not only that, it looks like we invest in a lot of money, but it's effectively used.
Are you based in a village?
Yes, where is a local place where it is so important, because without those guys, we are non-existent.
So you're building that loyalty and that
Absolutely,
retention,
loyalty,
right.
trust with the product that we provide with our local. In return, we become the dominant retailers at the moment, considering the people that have been there for a number of years.
And you're reaffirming that kind of
Absolutely. I mean, without those
stereotype,
guys, we don't exist. So it is important that we understand that. This is where we carry out the research and implement those things. And we become number one in 6 months. And that's recognized by TripAdvisor, the reviews and etc.
Very good, thank you.
And is it just through TripAdvisor?
TripAdvisor,
that you know
Google's, all the social medias, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's recognized by all those people. And it's not only that, the guys are actually talks about us, and because
Brilliant.
it's a small town.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm going to come to the panel judges now. Oli Khan, would you like to take the first question? Which participant do you want to ask?
Okay, yeah. Can I ask Zakir Chowdhury? So what strategy you use to keep your food consistency?
Right. It's a very good question. So, first of all, choosing the right menu, working with a great chef is the first thing which we have. When we started, we have selected the right dishes, and we have worked with countries' good chefs and training them, making sure the quality is good, giving them the right incentives, giving them the right ideas and the trainings is one of the most important thing. Time to time, we train our staffs. This is very, very important for any business. Because you have to have the consistency right. Because you can have a good experience today, you really want to have the good experience again. So to maintain that, time to time, we check. We do dine ourselves. With our partners. Just to check the quality is right. So the training the staffs and getting the right people on board is the most important thing. For the consistency.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Sabbir Khan, what would you like to ask? Sabbir Karim, sorry. What would you like to ask?
You've all mentioned about cost effective. No one touched on, I'm sure you are restaurants and you do third party deliveries or your online deliveries. I'll just ask this brother Deli 6, how do you manage that? Do you do it in-house or use third parties where you pay 30-40% of your profit?
Thank you. I think it's a predicament that many businesses are facing. Just Eat, Uber Eats. We have our own platform where we've created a platform. We've invested money in creating a platform where it's more tailor-made. It's easy, convenient for the customer. It's attractive for the customer. It's like a personal concierge, like I said before, where it attracts customers to choose their best dishes. So we've sourced our right ordering app, our ordering system. But of course, we also have Just Eat. We also have Uber Eats as well. But we do increase our prices so we can become sustainable.
Brilliant. I knew you mentioned that before, but I just wanted everyone to hear it again because it's a really good approach what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sabbir Karim. I'm going to come to Dr. Sanawar Chowdhury. Who would you like to ask?
Yep. So if I can ask Diwak, I think Salman Rashid, how do you introduce new dishes to your customers, or do you just let them choose whatever they want? How do you introduce new items?
So actually, we go through a kind of quite a bit of a consultation. We kind of have a meeting with our chef. We sit down, we look at what's trending, what's going on in the market right now, because the menu needs to be updated every so often. So we look at the trend and then we discuss those ideas and then we come up with that dish. And then we invite some of our regulars to come over and try out those dishes and then give us a feedback what they think about those dishes. And based on that feedback, then we sort of go to the final stage and introduce those dishes in the menu.
Right. I've seen some restaurants provide tasted dishes to people having a normal meal. Do you do any of that?
Yeah, it's a small quantity. For example, I mentioned about the soup that we're introducing a kind of like a nice soup during the winter time. So part of our strategy is that we're going to be giving out those soup to our customers on like one of the busy nights or something like that. Small portions, give it to them, get their feedback, and see how things are, how we can improve. Is it a good idea? Can we do something else? That sort of things.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Excellent. Mujib Islam, what would you like to ask?
Some very good points were made. I think exactly you've made some really good points and you've been very precise. I was going to ask you, the best form of cost-effective marketing has got to be your product itself. Nobody really mentioned about their product. Also your customer service, staff training, top hygiene standards and so on. Because all of that is part of your marketing really, and that doesn't really cost much money. So how do you manage this in your restaurant?
This is to Zakir.
To Zakir,
yeah.
So basically, keeping an eye. I mean, obviously, having a business is a challenging thing these days. But keeping the consistency is the most important thing. So to keep up the consistency, we closely monitor our menus, our staffs, giving them the training all the time. The most importantly, we try out our dishes by ourselves. In a regular basis. Just to experience whether the things are going right or not. Because if you can try the food, then you can understand how the quality is being maintained or not. So basically, being serious, being passionate. If you are passionate about your business, you must keep up with the quality of your products and services. Which is the most important part of your business.
Thank you.
That's a very good point. You can't sell something that you don't believe in yourself.
Yeah.
So you've got to try your food. That's very good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Haque?
I think a lot of the stuff has been covered. But to be honest, I just want to ask anyone.
Choose one.
We can choose one, but to get an extra point, I want to just say anyone with something you've done out of box. It has to be something to do with food, maybe a menu launch or something that you invested some money. We're not looking for absolutely zero money investment. You should market at least or budget at least 10% of your, taking for marketing. So you budgeted some amount, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever, but you got the cost effective in terms of return, maybe 10, 20 grand of marketing, plus you recover the money pretty much there. Have you done anything out of the box? Any one of you guys, including could be a menu launch or something
Well,
you can share with us?
I think it's unfair to ask anyone. I'll let everyone answer it, but please, literally 30 seconds.
Because we want to share that
Golpo,
idea.
do you want to go first?
Yeah, because we were sharing about nobody spending any money. You got to spend money to get the returns. And I want to hear about where you've done the more glamour, menu launch, that kind of stuff, out of box.
I totally agree with Mr. Haque. It's not always you just get free you can do free marketings. I mean, every business, they must have some sort of budget for their marketings. This is a very important thing because we sometimes overlook this part of this because we're always busy with creating a great restaurants, creating a great menus and all this. But spending and having a budget for marketing is a core thing. Answering his questions, what I have done for Golpo, because Golpo is representing Bangladesh and Bangladesh's menus, in 21st of February, which is the International Mother Language Day, where we have arranged an event just to memorize and also tell the people of Cambridge and everybody from the community the value of the international mother language, which is unknown for many, many people in this world, but it is internationally recognized in international mother languages. So what Golpo did, involving people, getting people invited, get all the peoples from all over the country on board with a very, very minimum cost, and that has actually spread out all over the country because Golpo is the one who actually came up with an idea to celebrate the International Mother Language Day in Cambridge.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Wild Times.
Okay, so I mean, without business marketing, you don't exist. You've got to have your visibility to get your profitability. So marketing is a vital part of your any business really. So how do we do that? Something out of the boxes. We have a charity called the Essex Air Ambulance. I'm sure you all heard of it. Yeah, this is publicly funded. it doesn't get any money from the government. So we are one of the nominated charity persons for this company, where we do amazing dishes. We were sharing tapas dishes, and we don't charge our client for that money. They donate money to that charity. And they know all the guys that participate with that event, they know these guys does not get any money from the government. So not only that, we also donate ourselves, host events, we get our clients to engage with it, especially in Essex. And these guys saves life. It matters. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Delhi 6?
So something we've thought outside the box is we hold regular Bollywood nights where we hire Bollywood dancers, Bollywood singers to come to our restaurant. And it's a night of celebration, it's a night of culture, it's a night to try new dishes, it's a night to try our new menu, and all at the same time of creating beautiful memories in our restaurant. And I've always found these are our signature nights where everybody in South Shields talks about the Delhi 6 Bollywood nights, and we know that whenever we've invested, we know we're going to be a full house, and we know it's an opportunity, a night where we can really advertise our offerings.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And last but not least, Diwak.
Because you asked a very specific question about this, the output, like when we introduced something, what the result was and how it was. Because it's a quite new restaurant and we started only a year ago. So when we started, first couple of weeks was very quiet, and we didn't know what was going on, and in terms of social media and all that stuff. So we tried out one of the bloggers. Of course, it was a paid one. He came in, he did a nice reel and all that, and instantly, within a week, we saw the result, return of that £200. Should I mention? Okay, fine. £200. £200. Actually, we got close to in thousands in our sale. So if the market is right and the target is correct, then there is a always you get the return out of it.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I think everyone's answered. If I can now go to Shahena. Shahena, who would you like to ask a question to?
Actually, it's to Sunderland City, actually, Babji. So I actually wanted to ask about... Delhi 6. So I know everyone's done a really amazing work with generating goodwill with the sort of working with the local community. But just in terms of what we call network effects, where if you target one large-scale institution like the NHS local hospital, for example, they have their own individual football teams per department, and each of their own departments have their own office parties and charity events as well. So that is one way of killing many birds with one stone, and with very little cost as well. So I think I'm wondered whether that's something you'd actually thought of or undertaken.
Thank you very much. I'll be honest with you, I've never heard of the NHS football team, and it's something that I'm eager to actually follow up. What we do is something a bit similar, but it's not the NHS. I spend a lot of time researching companies, and so Christmas is coming up. I try to email them to attract them to book with us during Christmas. I try to ensure that we engage with community groups as well, so they can... We also, just to add there, we actually do cooking classes. So for community groups as well. So ladies come to our restaurant to do Sunday daytime cooking classes, so which has been a big hit as well. So that's something we do.
That's great. So this can apply to a local university or a college as well. So I wondered whether that's something that'd be considered by everyone here. So it might be useful.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your question.
Thank you very much. I know the votings will now have to start. I'm going to ask Simon. Do you have like a question that you really want to ask? Or are you okay?
I'm full of questions.
Okay, brilliant. No, then let's not, please. I can't have full of questions. Let's just leave it there. But you will have to start voting now. And whilst you vote, I'm going to come to our mentors. Mentors, where are we at? So you had 3 each. So
I'd like to just say all the participants did extremely well today.
Who did you have again? Remind us.
So I've had Azad Chowdhury from The Wild Time. I had Soiful Zaman from Mr. India and Mayan. I just want to say a huge congratulations to Soiful Zaman, Mr. India. He's one of the youngest contestants, and you could see that he we go past the story that the Indian restaurant trade is a struggle, and he fought through that struggle. He never gave up. and it just shows the dedication, even through our participants now, the dedication that they take and they put in. And it just shows with the marketing that they're doing, what they're thinking about, how they want to impact their local community.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, well done to
That's
you guys.
actually a really nice nod, and that really is. Thank you. And I really I want to remind you all at home that actually the participants over the last 8 episodes that haven't made it through, some of them with high points, and of course this will come down to the judges, will come down to the Catering Circle team. They may have a chance to come back and participate once again to try and win that ticket to the gala dinner in 2025, where they'll be, where they will be awarded, basically. So thank you very much. That was a really nice nod. And if I come to you, what would you like to say? I mean, you've done well.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks. I think, to be honest, it's every single person there. They're all great role, really good role models.
Who's your favourite? No, don't. I'm joking.
I can't tell
I'm
you
joking.
that.
I'm
You know what?
joking.
Everyone's a favourite. It's like, the bottom line is, to be fair with you guys, you all speak with your heart. You work with your heart. I can feel the energy, the passion. Everything's there for you, and you're all winners. And it's about learning and sharing what you have and what you can give. It's about what you can give back to the community, and that's important. So well done, guys.
Excellent. Thank you so much, and thank you to you all. I think the results are in. So this is the moment of truth, isn't it? But yeah, congratulations to you all. Actually, I'm super proud. You should be proud to come this far. And like I said, honestly, feel great about what you've done tonight, because you going home, you've done a great job representing your brand here on a television channel, and secondly, the amount of people that you've inspired today in the studio, and of course those thousands and millions of people watching online and at home. So thank you very much. So without any further ado, let's go straight to the results. And I just want to say you're all winners to me. Right, here we have it. D-Walk, we are having to say goodbye to you with 74 points, but congratulations for attending today and receiving 74 points. The Wild Time, you have 82 points. Thank you again. And of course, we are going to have to say goodbye to you as well. And Delhi 6 from Sunderland, 92, so close to the winner today, which is Golpo with 96 points. Congratulations. Honestly, it's super close. So if I could ask Zakir to say a few words, please.
Well, I'm not too sure if is it the end of the show, or is it?
Depends what you're going to say, because you're going to be awarded. So it depends what you want to be. No, I'm joking. Yes.
It's really great to be here, first of all. And whenever you say something from your heart, it becomes easier. And it became. I was a bit nervous when I first came in, but I was told by a lot of people here that don't get nervous. As soon as I hear the word nervous, I said, don't tell me that again, please, because it reminds me to become nervous. But when I came here and I talked that when the truth comes out from your mouth, and when you are doing something really passionately and what you are really on about, then it becomes easier. And it's great to be here. And all the people here, they're all multi-talented. They're all brilliant, So it's a learning stage as well for me as well, because I heard a lot of people, they are talking about different ideas, So it's something which I can take it with me today to Cambridge. So it's an amazing, and thanks to everybody. I mean, it's amazing to see all those people. They're all multi-talented, and to talk in front of them, in front of you, it's an honor. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you to everyone. Once again, honestly, you were all absolutely brilliant. Last words from our judges. What would you like to say? Oli Khan, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. I'll just say one of my quote, which I always use when I go to the mainstream media. Cooking is an art. Cook with passion and serve with compassion.
Love it. Thank you so much. I do that at home, I promise.
Thank you.
I think I've been to the Catering Circle many times, and the passion and the energy that came out from everyone just astounded me. The way to a man or a woman's heart is through the belly, and I think you guys have really satisfied a lot of people here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. I know it's so difficult and we have to find the winner. But to be honest, in my eyes, almost everyone is a winner here. So, guys, thank you very much. Just summarize this episode. It's all about, because you are a small business and you got to do target marketing, and you got to get your menu launch and menu related, food related marketing. Use AI, use smart marketing, kind of like influencer, and everything you guys covered is really good. So thank you very much, everyone. And I think everyone is a winner. No one should feel sad about it
Thank you so much. And thank you to our special judges and our mentors. Let's give them a huge round of applause. Thank you so much for joining us today. And don't forget, you can catch up on Facebook. This is live streaming there, and it will be saved there so you can watch it back. And next time we will see you on the 8th of October, and it's all about HR and training. So make sure you come join us. And don't forget, you can always find us on Channel S and send us your messages. Take care, and congratulations once again to our winners.